2 weeks after the disappearance, a leather-bound notebook washed up on the bank of the Charles River. It belonged to the train's conductor, Benjamin Clark. Most pages were soaked beyond recognition, but one sentence remained intact: "The lights again. Same as last week, only stronger this time." Investigators asked, "What lights?" Clark's wife claimed he'd been terrified for days before the disappearance. He said the night runs felt wrong, like the train was moving through the wrong version of the tracks. He complained of static in the air, the smell of burning metal, and shadows on the rails that didn't match the passengers. He begged to be reassigned. He never got the chance. The Band Report in 1912, a confidential railroad report, was produced and immediately sealed by the company's executives. It contained diagrams of unusual magnetic readings along the stretch where Train 47 vanished, spikes that defied equipment limits. A researcher from MIT wrote something chilling: "The field anomaly is consistent with an electromagnetic displacement event." When journalists asked what that meant, the company declined to comment. The researcher disappeared from public records shortly after. To this day, no one knows what happened to him. 43 years later, in 1954, a freight train operator reported seeing something on a remote branch line outside Providence, an old steam engine, moving without sound. He claimed the cars looked abandoned, rusted, almost translucent. Inside one of the windows, he saw a man staring back at him, expressionless, pale, as if trapped behind a sheet of ice. When investigators checked the area, there were no tracks connected to that stretch. They'd been removed in 1931. Locals today still talk about it: a ghost train, passing silently in the dark, always heading south, always on schedule. Modern physicists have a term, time slip, that causes objects to fall out of sync with reality. But paranormal researchers have another theory. They believe Train 47 didn't crash or derail or get hijacked. They believe a place where time folds and moments repeat forever, like a loop of film that never ends. Some think the passengers are still there, stuck between seconds, forever traveling a route that no longer exists. Others believe the train reappears from time to time, trying to reach a station that it can no longer find. The last transmission in 1997, a railroad historian claimed to have discovered a fragment of telegraph transmission recorded the night the train vanished. It was short, barely audible, but chilling. Lights on the track. Do you see? It never resumed. E.N.D., the whisper that never dies to this day. The disappearance of Train 47 remains unsolved. No bodies, no wreckage, no explanation. Just a stretch of track, a handful of witnesses, a conductor's final note, and a century of silence. And sometimes, if you stand near the old rail line on cold October nights, locals say you can still hear a faint whistle in the fog, a train that left Boston, a ghost between worlds.